would never work a day job, put it in the safe, never know when I'm gonna need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack, where my at, take an L and try to double back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 25. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You look at this Arizona defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him plays like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They go play action here on first down. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. Haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cardinals had 8 and 5 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here is 3rd and 5. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz...
Akers hit, he coughs it up. And the Cardinals have got it through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Ready. Black, 95.
Watch the pass. Set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
More the motion man. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 66 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The man in motion is Brown.
Black Ultra. Jackrabbit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Brown, the motion man right. Got him in. It's Brown. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They'll give this to Akers running right. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They go quickly here out to Moore. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Blue striker. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Hey, blue. 24 is the mic. You got nothing to go. Ready.
Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it?
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Justin Jefferson finding a way to get the feet down. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Stays on his feet. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead. For those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach. And that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They run it here with Oliver. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Josh Oliver punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll fire deep, looking for more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw again. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
That's down the field for Jefferson, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Danielle Hunter, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Check safety, check safety. Mike, 60. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Yellow, blue. Hey, watch the sled. Edo blue.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score, might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, red. Fly blue.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready